protecting, maintaining, and preserving traditional traditions that have developed in Indonesia is a very important task. Because tradition can strengthen life together and can strengthen the homeland too. This sentence was once said by our fourth president, Kiai Haji Abdurrahman Wahid, or we also know him as Gus Dur. Ladies and gentlemen, maintaining and practicing traditional values in the current era of globalization is a very important. Because by continuing to practice traditional values, our identity as a nation will not be lost. As quoted from visip.unpak.ac.id, traditions, noble values, and local wisdom pass down through generation and help shape a nation's culture and identity. In this speech, I will emphasize you guys about the importance of the role of young people in the current era of globalization to continue to practice traditional values that exist in Indonesia. Why did I choose this topic? It is because I am part of that young people in Indonesia who don't want our cultural traditions to disappear and not have an identity as a nation. Quoted from Compassiana.com, as an agent of change, the younger generation is called to preserve and maintain local wisdom, one of which is by socializing and practicing traditional values in Indonesia so that they are not lost or claimed by the other countries. Before we discuss this further, it is better for us to first understand what is meant by traditional values. Aziz in 1999 said that traditional values are habits that are practiced repeatedly from generation to generation, passed down as a heritage. While according to Sriwijaya, the younger generation is a very important part of the generation that will manage social and national life so that they have the responsibility to continue national development. Seeing the definition, we can understand that the younger generation has the responsibility to continue practicing traditional values in the current era of globalization. This nation must continue to exist and survive in the current era of world globalization. According to Kumparan.com, there are several important points why traditional values must always be applied by the younger generation in the current era of globalization like today. First, maintaining cultural identity. By practicing traditional values, they can strengthen their sense of pride and attachment to local culture. Second, strengthening social cohesion. Traditions and cultural value are consistently practiced play an important role in strengthening social ties in society, for example like mutual cooperation. Third, facing globalization. In the current era of globalization, traditional values can help protect local culture from external influences and keeping young people to connected to their roots while open to new ideas. Lastly, innovating with culture. Practicing traditional values doesn't mean we are rejecting modern ideas. We can use technology to promote and blend traditional values, our traditional culture with new trends. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not easy to always practice traditional values in the era of globalization, especially the younger generation. According to Compassiana.com, there are a few challenges that might make the younger generation forget to follow traditional values in the current era of globalization. First, influence of the foreign culture, such as movies, music, and of course the social media can change how young people to think and behave. Sometimes it makes forget to local values. Second is globalization encourages people to more focus to focus more on themselves so they can weaken traditions such as the value of respect for the others. The next point is identity crisis. Some young people don't understand why traditional values are important, so they might be ignore them. Fourth, the lack of the education. Not knowing enough about the traditional values makes it harder for young people to practice them. And fifth, pressure of modernization. Sometimes modernization makes traditional values look outdated or less important. Ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion is that traditional values are very important to be applied to be applied in today's era. Traditional values can be relevant to progress of the times. If we collaborated with the government, related agency, and of course the young generation, we can protect our national identity even with all the changes happening around us. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have to say. I am Najwa Nabila Matindas from Communication Science Sriwijaya University. Thank you and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.